I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special guest, Valerie from Illumination Portal. Hi, Val.
Hi, Jean. Thank you for having me. So excited.
It is exciting. I
Yeah.
am so happy that we're together, and I've been looking forward to this. And I know that we have a lot to cover. And just so everybody knows, we're going to be doing some readings, but on the second half of the show. So please, I mean, you can put your questions in, but please hold your questions till the second half of the show. Hey, Wiki, how are you? Thanks for coming. That would be really appreciated. I don't think let me just, I can type that in here. So, Val, what, how are things going for you? You know, that
Whew.
full moon, the new blue moon, what really had a punch for
Yeah,
me. How about you?
it did me too, Jean. I knew it was coming, but I wasn't, and there's no way to understand what Spirit's going to bring to us or what it is our guides, guardians, and our team is helping us release. But it was a big releasing full moon and on that blue moon. And I don't, it's going to be a long while before there's another blue moon, like a few years out. So this was impactful on a lot of levels on how to go forward individually. How are we going forward?
Mm,
For us to go forward, we have to release what no longer serves us. And a lot of times we don't know what that is. We may have kind of an idea, but we're constantly releasing, letting go. And that letting go can feel, kind of sad. No, we don't want to really let go of things, that seem to come up in our awareness. But if you could just think of it like, well, spirit has, there's always a better plan, you know, and maybe you just to lose this job, you're going to get dream job. There's just so much to it. I can't even talk. Sorry, guys.
no, that's okay. It's really, it's change is a miracle. I mean, can you
Mm.
imagine if we had to live the same mundane day, day after day after day, mundane, and not have any change in our life, not have any seasons, not have any
Yeah.
change in the planetary alignment or the moon phases? I
Uh-huh.
mean, this is what the miracle is that we're evolving, perpetually evolving.
Mhm.
And it's important to go with the flow and try not to hold on to that resistance, because that resistance causes us to have friction. But if we go with the flow and get on like the canoe and just float and just see what happens, everything is okay. As everything is happening as originally planned.
Yeah.
It really, really is. And it's important that we trust and try not to hold on or to resist too much.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful how you said that. I love how you said that because there is only constant is change. But it kind of surprises us. This one kind of surprised me, this blue moon. It was like, oh, I didn't even know that that was coming up for a review to be uh, upgraded or whatever it was going on. I'm not really sure. It's not quite over yet. That's the another thing. But once you understand that is something is going on. A lot of times, I don't know if you're like this. I want to know what it is, why it was there, and what's going to replace it. And and I honestly don't even know where this came from. Like a lot of times, it comes from past lives. It comes from things we don't have memory of,
Mm,
and that's okay too. It's just I think it's shocking to the body and then the mind, and then the emotions get hit. But we do figure it out and we do kind of fall into where it is that we're supposed to go into because everything is divine timing, everything is spirit led and
mhm.
directed, and, and we can't make a wrong turn, you know,
No.
even the worst decision can bring you to a whole another
Mhm.
perspective that you didn't have.
Yeah,
Hi, Karina.
that's you know that really speaks to me when you say you can't make the wrong decision, because spirit is ultimately in control and will drive and arrange, and divine timing or divine intervention, or they'll make it work. They'll put things in our path that will lead us, put us back on the path, even though we go this way when we were supposed to go this way. It'll eventually have something in there that'll steer us back.
Mhm.
It really, really will. And we are so guided, we are so watched over, we are so blessed. And it's really, I like that, really resonated with me when you said that.
Mhm. It is. It is beautiful, and that's the thing. If we could just remember, we have a team. Mother, Father, God is here. We have our own team. A lot of us here are connected to our team. We speak to our guides. We are, all of us are psychic. All of us are intuitive. It is just a matter of connecting to your heart. And this is kind of something I've been on your show. I've been on the Crone Zone show. I've had my own shows, and with Allie. Since the equinox, these doors have been opening. We've been gaining a lot of information on how to go forward, and where is it? What does this look like? This new earth, this new energy. What is it? So it does that. All those answers didn't come in fully yet, but we're working on it. It's coming in as our team and Mother, Father, God bring it to us. I mean, that's just it. It's divine timing.
Hmm.
And I use the planets though to say, okay, what are we learning, say, from Venus? Because Venus is a big player, right? And that is about in Leo. Do you follow your heart? Only focus on what you love and value going forward, and you really can't go wrong, right? So, but each planet has a different flavor, and we have 7 planets in retrograde. Well, starting tomorrow, Jupiter goes retrograde tomorrow, and guess when it goes direct? On New Year's Eve. So with Jupiter, the biggest planet, the luckiest planet, deciding to go direct on New Year's Eve, I think we're going to have a lot of information brought to us individually and collectively. And that new year feeling is going to feel like the new year, because it hasn't really the last couple of years. Has it felt when the new
No,
year?
it's been a lot of the same,
Right,
a lot
right.
of the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
going to be neat.
Well, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and just stop real quick a moment. And I just want to say how lucky we are, how fortunate we are to have all of you here with us.
Mhm.
And Wiki is here. I just want to say hello. And Nancy Riker is here. Hello. Denise Gorman is here. Hello. And AD is here. So nice to see you, AD. Thank you very much. I have Akila B here. Hi, Akila. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And Tarot Stash popping by to give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. I will
Yeah.
be on with Tarot Stash tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's for the
Ooh.
on the holiday on Labor Day Monday. I'll be on with Tarot Stash and Wisdom Seeker Joan at 2 p.m. And Judy Christensen is here. I love all those emojis, Judy. So nice to
Mm,
see you. Thank you for being here. And the Crone Zone is here.
mm,
Good afternoon, ladies. So nice.
mm.
So I will also be on the Crone Zone tomorrow afternoon, also
Wow.
on Labor Day at 4 p.m. And what we're going to be discussing is Terry Suzuki is the presenter for this month, and she's going to be talking about the imagination portal, and it's
Mm,
going to be, it's going to be magical. So please
mhm.
do come over and join us on the Crone Zone. So nice to see everybody. And Sonia Pinola is here, and Rossi is here. Thank you all very much for coming. I just wanted to give a shout out, let you know that we all do really appreciate you. But when we start getting into the conversation, it's going to start flowing. So, and we are going to do readings on the second half. As soon as uh, as soon as the conversation is over, we'll let you know, and we'll start doing readings. So you were saying, Val, there
Ye-
are 7 planets in retrograde.
Will be tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, Jupiter. So right now we have 6. I want to say how. I love how busy you are and you're on all these shows, but I love that imagination portal because that's exactly what it is that the planets have the spirit the planets have been asking us to really go into our heart and say, what is your biggest wish? Use your imagination. There's no limit, there's no boundaries, there's no rules. What would you say to yourself if you could go forward? So this is something, and it's very hard for us and to go, wait a minute, there's no rules, are you serious? No, I can't do that, there's always rules, but really give yourself that at least a few minutes to really dream that dream, because each one of these planets they're, like I said, a different flavor because they're all in different signs. um, but right now we're in Virgo season. And what does that mean? That means all the stuff we've learned since the spring equinox is coming into focus in in a way that is okay. All of those are like mind, emotional, feeling, your heart, Leo. So now we come to Virgo, and Virgo takes all that information and makes it make sense. And what doesn't make sense does not stay, because Virgo is very discerning and discriminating, and they analyze all this information they've gathered up to now. And I mean, thank God for it, Virgos, really, because it helps us take that pause. The only problem is in Virgo, they don't like to stop. But it is important that we do take the pause this season because of the retrogrades. Just wait for the rest of the information to come in. And I think a lot of us here are pretty much know what we're working on and how we're going forward and what this new path looks like on our journey. Um, but let Virgo help guide you. Understand, get all that stuff organized. Your paperwork, you've probably been cleaning a lot, or you've been doing organizing the garage, things like that. Paperwork. That's kind of all the stuff, the daily stuff that we do. And Virgo's an earth sign, and it's helping
I
us
like
get it. Go
I
ahead.
like when they say that when we make the decisions that are in favor of your ultimate goal. If
Yeah.
it's not in favor of your ultimate goal, then that's not the decision for you at this time. Make sure that everything is going in your favor. Make sure it's important. And by us doing what is important for us, it will ripple out and help everyone.
Yes.
Um, you know, uh, it's really self integrity, self love, and it's not excluding everybody else, it's
Mm-mm.
benefiting everybody else. But we need to be in control of our divine plan, of our
Mhm.
soul's desire, and move with that in order to be our best self for the entire community.
Absolutely. And that's perfect because it does almost sound selfish to go in and see what your dream is and follow your heart, right? But it does. Once we all do that and we give everyone that permission, if you will, to go ahead and do it for themselves. Because once you're happy and your life is going in the direction you want it, it kind of, as an energy, right? And that energy comes off of you and it helps those around you. It's so important because we're here lifting each other up and walking each other home, remembering who we are on a soul level, like a really
Mm.
deep, that soul, psychic, intuitive level. And we've been disconnected from that for a few thousand years. So we're coming back in. We're trying to
Few
remember.
thousand years.
It has. It's been long. And, and look, most of us, okay, over the last few years have just really started to understand. I I actually have a gift. I actually can use this gift to help people with it. And that is, I mean, it's amazing. And so many of us have come on, and we're here to help each other. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and all of you too. If anybody is here
Uh-huh.
watching this now or watching this later, it's because you have you're intuitive skills, your
Mhm.
psychic skills, your
Mhm.
mediumship skills, your healing skills, all of these abilities are coming online. Your awareness, or you're remembering that you had these skills,
Mhm.
all of this is coming online. We're becoming more aware, and that's with the frequency and the vibration that is, and the evolution of humanity is this new awareness. And can you imagine if everybody walked around with healing abilities, with
Mhm.
psychic abilities,
Mhm.
that we could all just telepathically wish each other the most benevolent outcome every time we just walk by? Can you imagine?
I, I
Um,
I see it. I do. I see it. It's to me. It's like I've known this is possible since I was a child.
you did. You told me that a long time ago.
Yeah.
You've always seen this time is coming.
Yeah.
Wow. It's so uplifting and hopeful. Gives us all hope for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
And
So when we move from this Virgo season into the equinox,
mm,
how does that make us feel, or what energies can we expect?
okay.
When
Well, before we get
oh,
to equinox, we're gonna have. Okay, today is the third. On the 14th, we're gonna have a new moon in Virgo. So
okay,
that's going to bring in, okay, we're doing all this clearing and releasing right now. So on the new moon, you want to bring in what seeds do you want to plant? What do you want going forward? Start putting those, and Virgo's helping you clear the details and line things up and put things in lists and do it right, So on that Virgo new moon, we can always plant our seeds, but it's more powerful on a new moon. And this new moon, especially because of it being Virgo, it's going to really bring that right from our imagination, from our coming into our awareness and making it physically real on Earth because
now
Virgo's an Earth sign. Go ahead, sorry.
do you do the new moon with somebody? I know on the crone zone you do the full moon. Do you do the new moon with somebody?
Yeah, I do the new moon with Diana Bowles, and we both
Okay.
do a full moon too. Because I this information is so much, it's so vast. I can talk about it on so many different channels, and it's like, whoa, what is going on? It's a lot. So I just try to come in and say, okay, focus here for this period, this time period, for this next week or two. So on this next week or two, focus in on what the seeds are you want to plant, what you want to see brought into physicality on Earth, and we can make that happen. Tonight, Venus is leaving her retrograde, stationing. Okay, stationing direct means she just stops. Looks like she stops from our vantage point. And I don't think she moves fast at first. I think she stops for 12 days.
Oh,
But she'll be out. Okay, Mercury will get out of his retrograde on the new moon in Virgo. So later on that night, Mercury will go direct, station direct, but they'll both be clear and free about October 4th. Okay, so those are the times where you want to take that Mars, Mercury, and Venus going forward. Venus, what it is you love and value. Mercury, how all the information I'm getting on how to go for that, right? That's a good place to start to go forward. But honestly, unless you've already had it planned or you already have these things clicking into place, I would wait until the new year before I start much of anything because we have so much information that's coming in. And I just see it as, I mean, not like you're not going to do anything or gather
just
that information.
major decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, gather that, yes. The major decisions, gather the information, always stay heart centered and focused on love, unconditional love. The more we do that, because we're pouring that energy out into the ethers from our energy field, the more it brings that back to us. And that's something that really helps us going forward
Hmm.
with
So
spirit.
when you just said that, it made me think of I was listening to a near death experience on the Jeff Mara podcast, and the woman
Oh,
said she'd like to write a book about God and all the answers of the universe. And she
mhm,
said she knows she already knows what it's going to be about. And she said it would be you would open up the cover and the first word would be love, and then that's it.
mhm,
There's nothing else in the book except for the word love. That's all there is. And she said there's no other way. She said when she saw that book and there was only one word in it that said love, then that's all there is. And we all say this, but it's really, really important. It
mhm,
sounds gushy, it sounds mushy, it sounds, you know, but it really is the basis of everything. And
mhm,
if we move in love, make decisions in love, feel love for ourselves, have compassion for others, it
mhm.
is it will move us to that future that is there for us. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's perfectly stated because that's all there is love. And it sounds like we're just saying nothing to you, but it is everything. Unconditional love and how you choose to be in every moment. So moment to moment we have that choice, and that's really the only time we're alive. You're living in the moment. If you're in the past, you're in depression. If you're always worried about the future, you're in anxiety. So, and you're not living, you're not allowing yourself to feel the moment, be the moment. But being in unconditional love, you can feel that moment, you can be that moment in every moment. Um, Going forward, okay, well, let's go backward. When the sun was in Leo, which wasn't too long ago, in August, and the sun and Venus, Mars, and Mercury were all in Leo for a short
Wow.
period there. And that was telling us, because the sun is spirit, it is our heart. It is that unconditional love. It is being who you are authentically. Be authentically who you are. And that's what Spirit was asking us. And then we had Mars and Venus together, where we were balancing our divine feminine and our divine masculine inside of us, and throughout the collective too. But it starts. It's an inside job, right? It starts inside first, and then Mercury was gaining the information needed to go forward. Oh, well, if you didn't know, I know when I didn't know to love myself, I went and figured it out or tried to. Like, what does that mean, love yourself? But it's, you can honor our spirit was asking us to honor ourselves, to love ourselves for this next phase of the journey. But it kind of all culminated, I can't say the word, in Leo season there. So now we've got a lot of information, but now we have all these retrograde planets. So take that time. This fall and winter are the time to just take it easy, take your time, really, really examine how you want to go forward, energetically. Because we are energy. And if we go forward in that higher vibration of unconditional love, the doors just kind of open for you. Don't you feel that happens to you, Jean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that having that discernment allows us to uh, that we're able to be aware of what is us and what
Mm,
is controlling us and what we are choosing. There's
mm,
that discernment of is it coming in and being impressed upon me, or am I actually choosing this?
mm.
It's that kind of a discernment as well. um, and it's the energies on Gaia and throughout
Yeah.
humanity that are allowing us to develop this keen sense of discernment and this keen sense of the energies, of the planetary changes and things like this. We're becoming more sensitive because of the frequency. We're moving from third dimension, fourth dimension to fifth dimension,
Mhm.
and all of this is changing our sensitivities and our awareness. So that's why it's really important for Val and I to come on, and Val does many other shows to try and help make sense of the planetary movements,
Mhm.
because our energies are much more sensitive to these things, and our awareness is much more discerning with all the changes going on.
Mhm.
So this is why we feel it's important to
Yeah.
kind of present this in a way that helps everyone to understand a little bit more about why this is happening, how this is happening, and why is it that they're more aware of it right now.
Yeah.
Um, and that's our guides urge us and ask us to come and to share this information as best that we can to help to open up your awareness. I hesitate to say educate because we're just sharing our experience,
Mhm.
but it opens up your awareness. We're sharing energy. And all of you help us by supporting us to do this. And you all, pick up an awareness. And then this awareness is a frequency that you hold, and it ripples out to others, to
Mhm.
your children, to your parents, to your coworkers, to many people around you. But
And that it is. It's not. It's perfectly stated how you said it, but it's not easy to take this time in history, these energies in history, to explain what is going on. But we have been raising in vibration. That higher vibration has been coming into the planet and helping us. Okay, so think of it as spirit and all the planets, because that's what it is. It's spirit, and by doing that, it's helping clear out the density in the blocks. So that's why we see the distortion. You see a lot of distortion because that's all stuff that has to be cleared out of Mother Earth and all life on her. Um, we're holding, because we're love workers, light workers, energy workers, we're holding space by being the unconditional love we are to help raise it, that vibration, and stabilize it. So yeah, we get in these, we're kind of bumpy sometimes, and but we've come a long way in the last 4 years. We really have. So this is why it's a really good time this fall winter just to go inside and really assess everything around you, and how you want to go forward. And we do readings. I'd be glad to look at anybody's chart anytime. I'll put my email in, and Jean does readings too. Right?
absolutely. Val
I don't
does
know
an
if you.
amazing job on reading the chart. And when she does, she also brings in her spirit guides and uses that in combination to provide such information and awareness. I really like awareness more than education, because
Yeah,
education seems very 3D,
yeah,
but the awareness. And I do also provide readings and
yes,
psychic readings, past life readings, spiritual journeys, mediumship readings, pet readings, a lot of different. And by communicating and joining in on these readings, it helps to open up your awareness as well. I also do spiritual guidance as well, if you would like to kind of, get to know about where your spiritual growth is heading. That's also interesting. But thanks for mentioning that, Val. And are you going to put here?
of
Here's
course.
Val's email. You can email Val if you're
Yeah,
interested in a natal chart with Val. And everybody knows you're here on my YouTube page, and you can just click on the booking link on my YouTube page if
mm,
anybody's interested there. But it's love, the letters UCU, and then 11 at Gmail.
yeah. And
And what do
just,
you want them? Mhm.
oh, go ahead. Just email me. What happens when I get your chart, the natal chart, and I use the transits, planet where the planets are now, or when I make that chart. Let me be clear, and that's when information comes in from your guides, my guides. It's mostly your guides, but we're all together, and gives you like 3 months or so time snapshot, but it's pretty much been the same. This is why I say this all the time. It's pretty much been the same. It's focus in, go in your heart. Now, if you have a hard time loving yourself or accepting yourself in any way, there's many healers on YouTube. There's many in our spiritual community. It's not easy. A lot of things aren't as easy to heal as we wish they were. But they can be
Mhm.
healed.
So Jillian is saying clarity on our astrology is so helpful for us in these times, especially. It really is. It just adds another layer of understanding and
Mhm.
awareness. And you think, oh, I don't know astrology. I don't know all the terms. Well, Val's really good at just breaking it down, showing you where it is, and then telling you why and what causes may affect this or what effects may cause this.
Mhm.
She'll give you a little bit about who you are in your natal chart and then why that affects where Pluto is right now, or the new age of Aquarius that we're
Mhm.
all moving, and relate that back to you and your
Mhm.
specific natal chart. So
Yeah, it
it's
is cool. It is pretty cool how, because we are our charts. We are on this, well, the divine. It's a divine blueprint that was given to us at birth to guide us through this life. And we're all working our charts, whether we know the chart or not. It's the crazy thing. Every time I see people's charts, and I'm just amazed. They don't know anything about astrology, but here they're doing everything pretty much as their astrology is saying. It's crazy.
yeah.
Hi, Terry.
It's very exciting. Hey
Yeah.
Terry, holding your space. So nice to see you. So
Yeah.
Val, would you like to it's about 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
I promised everybody we would start reading, so not unless there was anything in closing, or if things pop up that you wanted to say, obviously we can add it in.
Yeah.
And if anybody has questions, go
Okay.
ahead. Did you
There's a really, really awesome day, which will be Wednesday. That is going to be Mercury going, it looks like it's going into the heart of the sun. It's called Kazemi. So what it is Mercury so close to the sun, you can't see him anymore.
Oh.
This is really, really, this is good to, like, that Virgo energy I'm telling you about, helping you get things in alignment, anything, everything. And it's really going to be helpful for us going forward. So just know that we have like so much support from spirit all around us in these energies. And each time the planets change, it changes the energy. So kind of that's why I come on a lot, talk about where they are now, so you can utilize them for your benefit going forward.
Mhm.
I
I
hope
like
that.
the way you said that the sun was related to spirit. We call the sun spirit
Yeah.
because it is the bright divine spark, right? It's that
Mhm.
divine spark in all of us. It's the bright light that we all relate to spirit, and that is a perfect, you know, relationship to spirit. That's how
Mhm.
bright and how divine that it is. It's
So
really beautiful.
it is
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is only scratching the the very, very surface. This is scratching the surface of the surface, but, it's a lot. We just kind of wanted to let you know what was coming up, and I
Yeah.
like that, Val, you told us about the full moon that had just passed and the new moon that's coming up,
Mm.
and was it Jupiter, moving into retrograde and then not coming
Mhm.
out until New Year's Eve. Now, is
Mhm.
Jupiter the last one to come out of retrograde if they're the last one to go
Mhm.
in?
No, this is why it's so important. I think it's Uranus is January 15th will be coming out, but the big one, Pluto coming out of retrograde, is January 20th, 2024. And see, once he starts going forward and all the big ones start going, Jupiter will already be on and definitely moving since it would be the New Year's Eve. But it's just it's the big information. Like when you hear the outer planets, just know that that information is really significant. Whatever that is in whatever part of your life it's coming in, it's significant. Now, how do you figure out that? Well, look where Pluto is in your chart, or look where Jupiter is in your chart. And there's more to it, but that's one way. If you want to try to look at it yourself, Jupiter's always there to help us. Brings in that uh, the magic, It really is. It's really cool. So,
So, what Pluto is still in Capricorn and it's in
hmm
retrograde, or is it
hmm
just moving back? Okay. So, what
exactly.
degree in Capricorn is it?
It's at 27. I don't know if he's made
Oh,
it
that's
there
pretty
yet.
far. That,
Well,
comparatively. Yeah.
yeah, for him it's really slow, right? He's a slow mover. The reason, well, it took him 248 years to go around to okay, first Pluto's in America's birth chart. Our first Pluto return was just February 2022, and he was at 27 degrees of Capricorn then. Now he's
Oh,
gone backwards and he's gone forward. Now he's backwards, retrograde again. But every time he does, Pluto's showing us what's not working. He's showing us all of this stuff that is not for humanity's benefit, that's
wow.
not life affirming.
So, when
So,
does he start heading back towards Aquarius?
January 20th, 2024.
No,
And
no, but if he goes from 27 to 28, when does he start moving that direction?
I think he starts any minute now because
Okay.
it
So
takes
he's
him
not going to
so
go any.
long.
He's not going
Yeah,
to go to 26.
yeah.
He's
No,
he's
he's
good.
not going to 20.
27 is the farthest he's going to
Right.
go, and that's just the degrees around. And then there's 27, 28, 29, and then Aquarius starts, and then
Yeah.
zero.
Yes. Well, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Aquarius starts at 0. So when
okay,
you would go 27 and 28, 29, 0 is when Aquarius starts.
okay.
So
So
that is,
he's
yeah,
Pluto is as far back as he's going to get.
yeah.
So it,
It's
it's
not. Mhm.
it's a bumpy ride, guys, but we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, we
And
are.
Pluto's this Pluto is displaying that for us as
Yes.
well.
He's
All
helping us.
right.
Really, he's helping us. He's showing us what's wrong. And a lot of people might not want to look at what's wrong, but, uh, and I'm talking about the systems, the big stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a scary thing to change, but it's also evolution. It's
Yeah,
also a miracle that we
yeah.
can change, that we're not just stuck in like Groundhog Day. You know, it's really beautiful. It really
It
is. It's not easy, and sometimes it's painful, but
is.
it absolutely, we're moving in the right direction, you guys.
Mhm, mhm.
Oof, I love that Pluto. That was good
I love it.
information, Val. Thanks. Sorry
Thank
about that.
No,
I'm
I love
focused
it.
on my Pluto.
I love it. And it's so true. It did feel like Groundhog Day for quite a while, though, didn't it? That's 4, 5, 6 years. Just like, come on. But we're moving now. Just slow.
Okay.
And Spirit wants us to take our time. So there we are.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll be back. And Val, please do, if you haven't subscribed to Val's channel, it's Illumination Portal. And please do subscribe. She is going to be simulcasting on other shows, and you'll be able to catch it on her show, and you'll get the notifications. And not just that, but Val has these absolutely beautiful um, um, I don't know what messages in her community page. And I just love reading them. They're so uplifting and they're informational, day to day changes and occurrences, and just, words of wisdom about all of the astrology. So if you haven't yet, please do go over and subscribe to Val at Illumination Portal. And her channel is called Illumination Portal. I keep saying Val at, but it's Illumination Portal is where you can find her, and all of her information is below. And if I take this off, it's right there, just Illumination Portal. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
let me just go
Thank
back to
you.
Marilla. Hi, Marella, and thank you, Marella. Marella is so very supportive. We really appreciate all of your love, all of your
Yeah.
um, support, and commenting, and we really do love seeing you here. Yes, and Marilla is saying Val has amazing posts. I would put it up there, but then I'd have to go back and
I love it. I love that
Aw.
everybody likes them.
And Sonia says, Jean and Val, you're great together. Well, thank you. We speak the same language, I think. It's really it's refreshing. It's very refreshing, but it's really lovely. I learned so much from her too. So yeah. Okay, Marilla says, love a reading from my spirits if time. Okay. Spirit guides for Marilla.
Let's see. Marilla,
Ooh.
let's see.
They're telling me that they're talking to you, that you know that they're talking to you. They're giving you messages or signals or signs, even if it's just numbers in a sequence or if it's a musical song, whatever it is, they're communicating to you just to open up your awareness, just to open up you, allowing you to know that they're there, that they're in communication with you. Um, You're saying that whenever you're ready, you may take it to the next level. You have a very strong sense of intuition, and you can develop this intuition. And if you haven't already, you can consider taking a class and or oracle cards. They'll be able to speak to you through oracle cards if you haven't already. Oh, there they are. That's Val's cue.
They really are. And it's, you are very, and this is something that, Marilla, this is happening to you. It's happening to a lot of us, though. And we're not, we're not used to that. So we don't believe it when we keep doubting ourselves and we keep going, I was just lucky that time, or that, I don't know. Really, once you believe in yourself, and it's not even, believe in spirit, have faith and trust in spirit, then have faith and trust in yourself, and you will see the whole, your whole awareness open up, like into a whole different way of of sorry, a whole new path, whole new
That's
path.
okay. Life happens. Look, we have family, so it's okay. Take a minute,
I'm
Val.
sorry about that, but it really will. And enjoy. I kept getting the words. Really enjoy your life. Do every little thing that you can do to give yourself some joy, and honor the moment. Really, it's just going to change it. And once you're doing that, those hits that you get, that information you're getting, will start really making sense. It'll just start clicking into place for you, Morella. It's really beautiful. I love seeing
That's
that.
really nice. Yeah,
Hmm.
she said, "Thank you both. You've changed my spiritual life." That's wonderful.
Aw,
Well, you have changed your spiritual life by coming here
yeah,
and being open to the information, Marilla, for
yeah,
sure. And this whole community, and I'm sure that's what you meant.
yeah. I love everyone here. And I mean, every time you guys come together and we're all together, and no matter who's on, and we're all talking about spirit and raising the vibration, I mean, it's, just think how often that is and how much energy that's being focused onto that. So cool.
Really nice. So
Hmm.
Louisa says, I would also like to hear from my spirit guides if you can. Okay. Thank you
Absolutely.
for being here, Louisa.
Yeah. That was my grandmother's name, Louisa. And
Oh,
if you said Louise, she would make sure you knew Louisa. She was so cute.
it's different.
It
It's
is.
different.
It's cool. Let's see. Louisa.
So, Louisa, I'm not sure if you have a family, a large family, or just a family around you, they're showing me that you may be like a mother duck and you have a lot of ducklings around you, a lot of responsibility, maybe grandchildren,
Mm,
and or maybe even coworkers that you're like a mentor to or like you're a leader for. And they're saying that make sure you take time out to be the duckling sometimes.
mm,
Like it's you take charge and you have responsibility and you have other people looking to you, and that's a one-way energy. Make sure you have somebody that you can aspire to, or to receive information from or guidance from. But you are doing everything. You're a beacon in your community and in your family. I feel as though you're much admired, and you're like the wise one. And no matter where you go, whether it's in your I don't know if it's in your church, or if it's in your community, or if it's in a your workplace or in your family, whatever it is, people think very highly of you, and you hold a integrity around your actions and your words, and people really appreciate that.
mm,
But it's important for you to take time for you and to have that bestowed on you too, not just be the giver of this information. But you have enough to do it, but it's important to be able to get that for yourself. Like heal the healer is what they call it. Like, heal, give wisdom to the wise. Keep continuing on your education and feeding your spiritual uh, bank, so to speak.
mhm. I'm getting the same thing about her being. Uh, you're like people come to you to get advice, to get guidance, to get what should I do next? This is going on, and and I like this. It was an open heart will hear the message. And,
Mm,
and I think that's what you have. You have a really open heart, and you really go into guiding others, and you do carry. I got this card. It's the carrier. What really matters, reflect, reprioritize. Kind of like what we were talking about Virgo season, but you do this. I think you're maybe taking in too much of other people's stuff, and it's time to let that lighten that load up, so you can really focus in on what is for you going forward. And then I got tranquility. So like take some time and in meditation, take the time. There's no hurries. I really want to stress that there are no hurries these next couple months. What you got?
yeah, just allow it to
Mm-hmm.
integrate as it does. There's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's no
I think you're
there's no
very wise, and you understand. And it's just we don't think about ourselves. We don't think, hey, it's time for me to take a break and go in and see what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Louisa. It was very
Thank
nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
you.
And I have Marie. Is that how you say your name, Marie? It's cute the way you spell it
Um,
there. And Marie says, I'd love a reading of what blessings are coming for me this month. Thank you very much. You're welcome. It's Marie or Marie? Marie. I would say Marie. Sounds like Marie.
yeah, Maury. Mm, I feel like you're like you're ready to go. Something's come falling into place for you, and that's what I'm feeling. And you're ready to go, and you want to, and you are committed. As long as you're fully committed, your heart is fully committed. I say go for it. If that's coming up in your awareness,
What does that mean? Opportunities going to come up for her, or
yeah, yeah. I feel like
choices?
she has something already, and she might have been pondering it, but it's really like giving you this like new lease on life. Like you're ready,
Oh, do you
and just
think could it be like starting a family?
could be.
Did
It could it really could be because
because that gives you a new lease on life for sure.
Yeah. Um. Oh, I think you're onto something. And this news really does make you so happy.
Whether it's a new pet or
Yeah.
expanding your family, or if it's a new
Mhm.
grandchild, I don't know, Marie, so I'm
Mhm.
not sure. But when you were saying a new lease on life and a beginning, a new opportunity,
Mhm.
for some reason, I just felt like an expansion of your family in some way.
Oh,
So if that makes sense to you, that's. Let me just see. Let me just tune in a little bit more for Marie. I do feel a sense of friends and community being around you, a lot of celebrations,
mhm.
a lot of fortunes and blessings being bestowed on you,
Mhm.
almost like if you were to be showered with gifts. And whether it's a shower of a bridal shower, or whether it's a shower of,
Mhm.
love, or, an anniversary, something you're going to be bestowed upon or being honored with, is what I'm getting for you, Marie. But there's
Mhm.
much more there for you. Um, but thank you.
Yeah, it
Did you
is.
get
It's
anything
something.
else?
I just, I just keep getting it. Something really like just something powerful is being born out of you and going into your life. Something changed or is changing. That news that you wanted to hear to go
Wow.
forward, like really a new lease on life for
Yeah.
you.
You'll have to keep us posted, Marie. It
Yeah.
sounds very exciting. Very exciting. Wow.
I'm so
Wow.
excited. I know. I wish I
Thank
knew everything.
And let's go ahead and move on to Jeannie Kavanaugh. And she says, I just went through surgery a few days ago. Might my angel spirits or guides have a message for me? Absolutely, Jeannie.
Mhm.
I'm so happy that you're on the other side of this surgery, and I hope continued health for you. And let's see what the angel spirit guides have a message for me.
I tell you, they're funny. They're funny. I had these cards. It says "Heal the Ouch." That's the card that came
Oh,
up. And you see the little nurse and the little raccoon and the dog. Oh my God, it's too
oh,
cute. So I'm gonna look at that. Heal the ouch. Something got healed. I'm hearing, and you need encouragement about understanding that it is better.
mm.
Mm,
May have been holding you back from
mm,
moving forward in life. It may have been something that you didn't think would ever be resolved, and
mm,
it was necessary, and you were following your guidance. Yeah, um, but it is important for you to take your time with the recovery, and to allow yourself uh, to begin again new. That
yeah.
you're newly restored, almost like feel like you're the bionic woman, not the bionic man, the bionic woman. And she's all new, better than ever, and stronger than ever. And you'll take your time in your recovery, whatever that was, and you'll be stronger than ever. All of those things that may have held you back in the past are no longer there. And you know you'll this will be far in the distance, far in your just a distant memory for you. I feel as though you have a clean slate moving forward.
Mhm. I do too. I think whatever this is, it's healing even more than whatever the surgery was. I think it's something, how intricately everything is connected. And I don't know. It's the reason why I say that is because on that heal the out card, it says happiness is the healer of the world, of the soul. Sorry, forgiveness is the. What did I just say? I said happiness is the. Now words are just coming in my head. I'm sorry. Forgiveness is the healer of the soul. That's not what I just said, though. Some about this is bringing in more of a more than physical healing to you, and the encouragement to go forward. You're going to heal. You're going to like start new things. New things are coming up too. I see that really potent with you and Louisa.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So good encouragement to move forward, and that's that. It's going to give you a new, self confidence, I guess, or self
Yeah.
reliance. Like you're not going to be held back. Let's just say you stubbed your toe or something, and they had to give you a new toe. I mean, I don't know what it is. I'm just making it up so I don't hit it. But now that you have your new toe, you can walk anywhere you want. You can jump wherever you want. You never thought you could
Mm-hmm.
run in your life. Now you can run. I'm not saying that that's the case here. I'm just saying that whatever it was that was ailing you, and now that it's remedied, you'll exceed in more than physical sense. It'll be a spiritual and a personal confidence as well. Is that what you mean,
Mm-hmm.
Val?
Yeah, because then I got stagnant waters. So you were feeling stuck. And you may, because you're healing right now from the surgery, you may feel that, but you know you're on the mend. And that stuckness is going to help you go forward. You're going to be like, okay, I know I can. I'm able to start doing new things here soon. And so start planning that. It's like the same thing about your wishes and dreams. Start bringing into your life the things that you would like to experience. Even if you can't right now, doesn't mean you won't. Let yourself heal and go forward. But I just feel like it's opening more doors for you and to go forward. That stuck feeling will go away.
Hmm.
And it'd be a lot more of a change coming in, but it's a good change.
All the
I'm
best
good.
to you, Jeannie. Let us know how you
Mhm.
make out. And she said it's a good analogy. So that was funny. I try. I tried not to hit on it. I don't like to speculate because you never know what spirit gives me. So I try and think of the most obscure, like if your thumb, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
and that's what I'm not trying to tune in. That's all I said. Okay, so Chiyoko is here. Hi, Chiyoko. And she says, I just saw my mom yesterday and it was very emotional. Do you have any messages for me? Oh, from my ancestors. She
Mm-hmm.
wants to know. She said she
Mm-hmm.
finished from my ancestors. So, about your mom from her ancestors.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Chiyoko B.
Um, I am. Your mom loves you first and foremost. Mom loves you, but I feel there's something that you need to heal about your mom, or something in the past. It is deep, and it's going to take courage to heal it. But your ancestors are there. They're all there to help you heal this rift, because once you heal this rift, God, I won't cry. You heal it. It heals the lineage. It'll
Mm,
heal all the way down. You'll heal a lot of people. You can call in your higher self, your guides, guardians, and ancestors, and have them all be there and really release this, because
mm.
it's stuck right here on you.
She has dementia. That's really
Mhm.
tough. That's really, really
Yeah,
hard, Chiyoko.
is. Oh,
Because yeah,
yeah,
it's almost like you lost her a long time ago,
yeah.
little by little. And I heard that your ancestors are there and they're working with her on the other
Mm,
side, that they're
mm,
able to comfort her, whisper to her, and to soothe her from the other
Mhm.
side. You feel as though there's nothing that you can do from this side other than keep her comfortable, and you know it's and it that is a really tough position, but they're just
Mm.
saying that they are holding her soul, like they're guiding her soul and holding her soul and comforting her soul, so that she doesn't have any that there's no worries or that there's no burdens on her. And they said that they do have her in they're just saying they have her with them, that like they're
Mm.
holding her and guiding her. So they're almost like protecting her as well. And they're protecting her from herself, like trying not
Yeah.
to have a, you know, serious type of episode and help her to get through day to day with this dementia. It's
Yeah.
really, really, really tough because yeah, I, mhm.
It
But she is
is.
in touch with them on the other side. She does have her spiritual sort of telepathy is going on in a clear sense. It's her analytical
Mhm.
or physical uh, communication that is not in alignment. But her telepathy and her connection to spirit is clear and open.
Mhm. And they're saying to you to bring in the ancestors. Like when you're speaking with your mom, like she will really resonate with that. When
Mm. Yep,
in the moments she's lucid, and it'll stick with her to where she'll know that they're there for her. They're there with you. All of you are together because she can see both sides.
that's
I
right,
think.
and she can still feel energy. Her soul is still inside of her body, even though her communication isn't clear. It's her soul, and her energy is still there. So when you stand around her and you say, "Mom, let's call in the ancestors. Let's
Hmm.
call in our angels and our guides," she may not be able to communicate that with you, but she can feel it when you bring them in and hold her hands and ask them to come in. And wow, I got the chills with that.
Hmm.
That's a great suggestion, Val. That's really beautiful. So that you can connect with her on a soul level.
Hmm. Oh, tell you.
So she says, "My sister just passed on 2/2. My other sister, she's alive, uh, took her and sold her house. But we can't really control what other people do, Chiyoko. I'm so sorry about that.
Mm,
You know, it's important try not to be in judgment of somebody. uh, it may look one way to us, but I, um, yeah, it's really, really tough.
yeah, and you call the ancestors in for that too. For to have the truth, the authentic truth, be known to you on why. Because it's not easy to see what someone does and we're judging it from one vantage point, but we don't know really what's going on there behind
Hmm.
all that
Hmm.
information.
Just send your sister love and say, I know you
Hmm.
did everything that you thought was right to do, and whatever, just try and let go of you know,
The
the
anger,
disagreement in there.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because that's
it's a lot to deal with. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, and it just holds you back. Because if you're angry at someone else, and that's another thing, call the ancestors in to help clear the anger. That's the guides, guardians.
So thank you very much, Chiyoko, and all the best to you. We have Sonia
Thank you.
Pignola. Hi, Sonia. So nice to see you. Thank you for asking your question. May I get a reading for September? Absolutely.
Yes. Let's see. So,
And we're just reaching an hour, Val. How are you on time?
I'm good. I'm good whenever you're good.
Lupi Sandoval says, I'm looking forward to my session with Valerie with you this week soon.
Aw, thank you. I'm looking forward to it too. I gotta tell you, Jean, I've read so many beautiful souls from our community, and it just amazes me every day how brilliant, I mean, brilliant, heart centered, soul centered, and brilliant, these beautiful ideas, just these things that they're doing in the world. It's amazing. I'm blown away. And I'm
Wow.
so grateful to be able to see that. Mm, Gentle
Okay, for a second.
gardener. Well, they want you to really take your time. There's no hurries this month, Sonia. Take your time. Let me see.
Mm.
Um, hmm. And I think you're doing this. This card I got is called Gentle Guide Gardener. Gentle Gardener. Be your own person. Be a conscious co-creator. And you see, and look, I know this is a different person, but you see the ancestor up here?
Mhm.
The ancestors really are here, even for you too, Sonia. Like call in your guides and guardians and angels, and ask them, where would be nice, where should I focus on? If you're not 100% sure, or you're feeling that doubt, I would ask, because you probably are on the right path, but we all come in with that doubt, and we're like, oh God, I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But give yourself a chance, is what I just heard. Give yourself the grace to to do what it is that really is moving your heart. I hope that makes sense. See what else.
I'm hearing, Sonia, that they're asking you to review, to sort
Mhm.
of take account of all of the blessings, all of the messages, all of the um, guidance that we've given you thus far, and to review and to acclimate to it. Almost like Val
Mm,
said, take your time, let these things sink in, let these lessons, let these awarenesses, let these guidances sink in, and really take a place in your everyday rituals, routines, and understanding.
mm,
Um,
beautiful.
yeah.
It's
So
beautiful.
that's I think that's great. I think that's
Hmm.
great. And during that new moon, you can do that manifestation, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Call in what it is mm, mm, that that resonates with you. Call in all of us. It's really important. Because we kind of like make deals when we do stuff like that. Well, I don't need all this, just I just need this little piece of it. But see, that's how we limit ourselves. Really call it in and see, and let it be. Just let yourself speak the big thing out loud and let it be, and see what it feels like. You know, that's how we push through.
Thank you very much. So Viviani is here, and she says, "I would love a message from Spirit if time allows." And hey, Heather, Indigo Jaguar Intuitive Arts is here. So nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Viviani is just such an angel.
Hmm. Hmm.
Viviani, I don't know how you do it. Thank you.
They're showing me that you're dreaming more and that
Mm-hmm.
you're remembering your dreams and that things are, you're getting not visions, but you're getting visual. messages from your spirit guides, and or you're remembering your dreams, and or sort of like that deja vu kind of thing that you, it has to do with your vision and your third eye.
Mm,
And I feel as though it's in the dream state, but they're saying to pay attention to your dreams. And oh, you might be working on the dream team thing too. This may be
ah,
something that you're interested. I think, yeah, tis the season, isn't it? So yummy just to do a dream, a dream
mm,
activity. But they're just saying that that this time will be different. They're saying this time will be different.
wow. I got a keep the big vision. So there is like this is glowing your third eye. Like there, bring dream the dream, bring it in. No, I think you have a few different things that you're working on that are associated with the same thing. You know, maybe going into third eye meditations or crown meditations, but um, being on a dream thing with the others. There's many things, and this is how, you know, to utilize all these tools and all these other ways of being brings in the stuff that our spirits and our guides want us to see, and gives us those options. You, again, once you see it in a few different places, or you hear this message in a few different places, then we start believing it. Even though we've known it, we knew it, but we doubted it on some level.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Vivian.
she says her dreams are very realistic, and she's focusing on what she wishes to manifest with visualization. Um, it's that's amazing, Viviani. And you know,
Mhm,
it's important. I'm a very visual person. I use a vision board. I have, sticky little, post-it notes or something all around
mhm,
my computer. I have, I'm very visual. Because my mind wanders sometimes, so that visualness
mhm,
like makes helps me to stay focused. But I think I told the story about manifesting. I forget who it was. I think I was on with you, Heather, and I said that I had a picture. I had an old car, an old red, stick shift car when I was younger,
mhm.
and I wanted a new car, and I put a picture of a new silver Honda at my desk, and I cut out a picture of my face, and I stuck it on the Honda so it looked like I was driving it. And I looked at it for, a year, 18 months or something. And then my car finally died and I had to get a new car. And don't you know, the car I got looked just like the picture. And I didn't realize it until after. I'm like, that's right. This is, it's on your desk and you don't look at
Yes.
it anymore. It's just like part of the woodwork, sort of. And it
Wow.
really did come true. It was really amazing. So this visualization is very,
Mhm,
very strong in manifesting. And she said,
mhm,
I'm very visual too and love to daydream. Yeah.
mhm.
So, and I was on with Heather when I said that. It was a good
Wow.
manifestation story.
And see, I got spark, and it says you are a clear channel for divine creativity. You really are like got a lot of information coming into you right now, and there's a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Allow it, allow,
You'll
and
Mhm.
keep
You'll be
dreaming.
an example for all of us. You'll make
Hmm.
sure you write to journal it down, and you gather all the information so that you can teach others how to do it, and what your just tell others what your story is so that
Hmm.
others would know what to expect. But these energies for everybody is a really powerful manifestation time, and introspective, and building within our own power, our own spirit, our own connection. This building and establishing and strengthening our connection is really important during these times as well.
Hmm.
So, what do you have coming up next, Val? Do you have a show coming up? I know
I
you're busy with readings.
have a lot of reasons. You are my show, and one of the beautiful souls I've met, her name is Judy, is going to be on my channel on the 10th, and she has created these. things called wisdom boxes. It's fascinating. I can't wait till you all hear it. She has
Wow.
been doing this her whole life, and she has them for everything. Um, I I really want you to hear her say it because I could never make it sound the vision she had. Speaking of vision, right? The vision she's had for years and years and years before her grandkids were born. She made these boxes, and it just kind of
Oh,
evolved, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant. She makes them for
wow.
all different, uh, you know, things, life. Uh, we get to certain points. What's that called? Milestone.
Milestones.
Milestone.
Hmm.
Um, brilliant, brilliant. And she has created a deck of cards too that we're going to feature on that.
Oh, very nice. That's
Yeah,
exciting. And what day is that?
that'll be on the 10th of September, about 7 p.m. Eastern. So
Very, oh, that sounds so much
yeah,
fun. Sounds like
it
so
is
much
good.
fun. Well, Val, thank you very much for being here and for imparting so much beautiful information and loving, uplifting energy for all of us. I want to thank each and every one of you who are here today. I know how much effort and time and dedication it takes for you to come in while
Mm,
we're live, and there are hundreds of others that are on live at the same time. We really appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody who is watching this after the show. So please do let me know, making a comment in the box below if you're watching it later, if you'd like to see more. And please do go over um, and subscribe to Val at Illumination Portal. Her channel's name is Illumination Portal. And
mm,
if you are on Val's channel watching this later and you are unfamiliar with me, please do come over and subscribe to Sun Psychic Gene channel. We appreciate all of you. So thank
yes.
you very much, Val. Again, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful holiday. Tomorrow I will be on with Tarot Stash
Right.
on Tarot Stash's channel at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then
Mm,
I will be on the Crone Zone and
mm,
featuring Terry Suzuki. Kikaru Spiritual Journeys is going to do a presentation on the Imagination Gateway, a
yeah.
portal and gateway. But it's going to be so fascinating. I can't wait. I'm going to be the one enjoying it as well. So
Oh,
please do come
yes.
on over to the Crone Zone for that. That's tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Mm,
And you're very welcome, everybody. And if you haven't gotten your question answered, please come over and join us tomorrow. We have on Tara Stash's channel. We'll be doing readings there as well.
mm.
So thank you all very much and have a wonderful evening. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Val.
Thank you.